All right, y'all, Coach Brazyl back at it, and I got another tutorial for you. And yes, it's out of Canva, but this one I think is really, really cool. I figure you could probably use it for anything, but definitely if you're designing certain type of art, like wall art and stuff like this, it might be fun to play with. Or maybe you're just making something simple. You might find any reason to use it, but I just think it's just really fun to know that it's in Canva and you can end up utilizing it for, I'm pretty sure, a lot of different things. But what comes to my mind is more so like art that would be on the wall type ordeal. But I always encourage you guys to expand your mind from one thing that you know it can be used into and try it out on many thousands of things that you think it can be used into. Okay, but this app is in Canva and it's called the Illusionist. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of play with it. I played with it a little bit. I thought it was pretty cool, and that's why I said, I mean, it kind of depends on how you want to use it, but I think it has various ways to use it. To me, it's just more of an artsy thing to use. So for all my art designers, this is more so on my end for you, but for anybody who just likes to be creative, let's just check this out together. So as you guys know, you either can use existing design or using a new design. If you're using a new design, you can go to custom size, put your size in there, or you can go ahead and use any one of the suggested templates that they have, and it'll pop up as a blank sheet for you. If you use in an existing design, I didn't do that one yet, so I will do that with you guys on this tutorial. But I did pick, use the design, use in a new design because I wanted it to be blank just to see how it works. So click on your using a new design and let's get into it. Once you click into your new design or click into using a new design, of course the illusionist will pop up on your side per all, as all apps do. And then on here is really simple. It says to go ahead and describe the scene, and select the pattern down there that you want to see it be illusionized into. So I'm going to say, let's say, I'm obsessed with like water and bubbles right now. So let's say, rain drops of let's see if you can do that. I said raindrops of pink and purple colored rain. Let's see what we get. I'm going to pick this pattern right here and let's let it generate and let's see what it comes up with. If I'm correct, once it generates, it'll just drop itself over here. So let's see what it ends up creating for us. I have no idea. It says your description may produce inappropriate results. I'm not sure what is inappropriate about raindrops of pink and purple. I hate when it gives you this type of area like inappropriate results instead of it just saying, unfortunately, I can't seem to create that. Because there's nothing inappropriate, but that's the first thing it always says on all of these AI generated things. I don't care. Like if you've used Bing, if you use Chat, if you use Leonardo, like you'll get this message alert that'll tell you that it's inappropriate and you're looking at it like all I said is a baby in a wheelchair. Not that that's funny. That's not funny. But like you'll say something like that and it'll just, instead of it being able to find that through the web or however it searches in its algorithm, it can't find it. So instead of it just saying, unfortunately, I can't create that, it tells you it's inappropriate, which is so weird, right? So I'm just going to say, color. I'm going to rearrange this and say colored pink and purple raindrops. Oops. And I'm still keep it on this pattern and I'm gonna hit generate and let's see what we end up coming up with or what it comes up with. Okay, so it's done and it popped up over here and this is what it gave me. So as you see in the back, it's supposed to have the swirls or whatnot, but the raindrops are just raindrops on here, right? So it's not quite the same. So I'm going to add another page and I'm going to tell it to make, oops, sorry. I'm going to go with this one this time, the circle around, filled of red roses. And the reason why I'm choosing to pick these particular ones to say it like that is because I tried some more different ones, and it didn't give me that. It didn't give me what I was looking for. It gave me some different stuff that I wasn't feeling. So I was like, no, that's not quite it. This is what it gave me for a field of roses. Not too bad, but you see it makes these little patterns, right? I'm gonna do another one, and let me think here. Let's say various zigzag lines. I'm going to say very zigzag lines, and I'm going to go back to this pattern, and I'm going to go ahead and select it to generate, and I just want to see what it brings up. Okay, so it created this here, and that's the illusion lines that it gives. I gave it no color or anything, so it picked its own color. Of course, you can go to edit photo once you click into it, and you can come down here and you can play with the different filters that they have to where you can get the color to be whatever you actually want it to be. But that is what it gave me. Is that necessarily what I want? No, so I am going to try. I'm going to add another page, and let's try. Oh, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to say bunches of pink roses. I'm going to pick the heart one, and then I'm going to tell it to generate it. Let's see what we get. Okay, so this is what it gave us, where it looks like it did the little heart thing, but it's like a heart just stained in the back of the picture. I thought maybe it was going to make like a pattern of red roses in a heart, but it didn't do that. So that's not what I'm looking for either. I'm trying to think of what else I could create. I'm going to go ahead and do their tropical island one that they have on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and say the first pattern. We kind of seen an image of it, and it's on the part where you sign up. It shows you a tropical island already, what it's going to kind of look like. And there we go. It's completed and done, and pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. Again, it's something that you may be able to do because you might be able to put something in this image and use the back part as just like the back scene, the background of an image. And this is the reason why I say this. Because on my first few that I tried, I did a field of yellow roses. And I got this here, which is, it's okay. I'm pretty sure there's some things I could put on it. Then I did a neon forest. I asked it to make the forest neon. And I picked the circular pattern. And it gave me this. And then I took one of my girls that I have. As soon as I can touch her. There we go. And I just kind of inserted her into the image, into this picture. As if she's in this neon bright forest. You know what I mean? So there's certain things that you can do. You would have to play with it quite a bit to kind of get a back pattern image that you want to play with. I thought this was cool, just the way the trees look like they were, and being able to put her in the middle of it like she's walking through them. Make her a little bit smaller. Like she's walking through them. I thought was really, really cool. But you would have to really like think of some things that you want to see as a pattern and then make it into a background picture more than anything. 'Cause that's really all it would be. But it's still kind of cool. So if you were wanting to do something where you made like, let me see here. I want to see some. I said a tunnel of diamonds dripping. I'm going to pick the circular pattern. I'm going to generate it, and we're going to see what it gets. Nope. It may produce inappropriate results. I don't understand. So I'm going to just say a tunnel dripping of water. No, I'm not even going to say dripping because it can't do any effects like that. So let me just go ahead and just leave it like that. Still circular, and see what we get here. All right, guys, so it's completed. So, yeah, I was able to get something out of that. A tunnel. And I said water. I don't know if it really made like a tunnel. So you want to definitely be kind of like, you want to play with the words that you use to get it to create something. I'm going to try something else really quick with the flowers again. I'm going to say no stem roses. I wonder if it'll understand that. And then I'm going to do it this way with the first pattern and generate it. And let's see if we get an error or if we get anything at all. Okay. So I see the pattern in it. I definitely see the pattern in it. It could possibly be used. Things can be placed in it. You could put a product piece somewhere in this, possibly. You know what I mean? You could do something with this. I like this one way more. For me, I would take something like this and maybe, let me go to my uploads here. Put her in here, kind of make her look like she's standing on water with a tunnel behind her. You know what I mean? Or you'll possibly turn around and just take a product and just put it right there and make it look like it's in a tunnel. It doesn't have to be necessarily an image, you know, or you could get fancy and you can go over to your you can come over to your typecraft here and put something in here. I don't know. Let's say, or y'all could do something like this. You know what I'm saying? You could use this image, kind of like make it cool by adding something to it. Who knows? I would even go as far as going to my elements. At this point, I don't know, guys. I'm just playing with it. Okay, I can. You can do different things on here. Like, I don't even know. Okay, guys. So you guys see what I did? I was just sitting here playing with this because I wanted to see like what else I could do. Like, I wanted to see if there was anything else I could do to it to make it more fun again. I also wanted to show you guys. I showed you guys this once in another video, the typecraft. If you click on it, and this is gone because you went and touched all kind of different things on the side. But if you click back on the text and you hit edit, it's just going to bring you back to the original screen so you could go in there and you could play with it. You can even animate this text as well. Just like anything else on here, you could go ahead and animate it as well. So it could be something dope. You see I added a video to it. I didn't, this time around, I didn't make the video. I didn't try to take out the background in the video. Instead, I just put the video in the back of the image, and then I made the image transparent. I guess you could bring the transparency up a little bit more. You can still see the swirls that's in it. I would then also come back to this and something like that. Just something I want to play because you could still see the element in it where it made it like, you know what I'm saying, swirly, the little swirly thing. Now I got the water kind of splashing through it at the same time. I don't know if you can really tell that that's supposed to be water through, but it almost looks like it's just a swirl going through some splashing water, right? So I don't know. Again, it's another new thing I found and it's cool. Like right now, I've been really obsessed with the videos on here because I am not the best video making person. So I need something to be simple and easy and quick for me. Um, because I honestly I don't have the money to afford to pay a bunch of different people to make me videos. So I know Canva has access to all kinds of things, especially videos, and I try to utilize it as much as possible. So I just think this is really freaking cool, and I love it, love it, love it to death because I think that's it's fun. Now, what can you use it for? I mean, doing something like this, you could use it for marketing. You can use it for a design. You can use it to be creative with some art that you want to utilize. Whatever you choose to do, but there are different things that you can do with it. Again, it's a simple app. It's nothing super major, but you just go into the app, which is called Illusionist. Type what you want it to see. Then you pick the pattern that you want it to be. Hit generate, and then you'll get something from it. You might like the image it makes by itself, to just leave it by itself, or you might add something to it just that make it very simple, another image into the image, or you might even try to make different patterns with it, because you can make patterns, or you might go ahead and turn a simple pattern into a fun video on top of it. It would be your choice. But it is something cool that you can do. It doesn't take much time. It's simple, but you do want to be specific with your words, because you want it to come out as best as possible. And Canva's, well, not Canva, but the AI that they're using seems to be no different in its sensitivity than the rest of them right now. So go ahead, try it out, see how it works for you. I hope you have fun. It's just another quick small tutorial that I wanted to show you really quick. You guys have a blast with it. And if you're in the AI Boss Academy group, please show me what you made, because I would love to see what you're working with. All right, y'all. That's it for Coach. Talk to you later. Remember, like, subscribe, and make sure you're following. All right, bye-bye.